Hello again. Welcome back. Some hours later, after we tried and failed this morning to complete a daily challenge, they were not working for some reason. I'm very much hoping that they've solved the problem at this point. Again, I would not be able to, so all credit to them. So I always manage to forget where we ended up, where we quit out at, exactly. Must still be somewhere in the middle of things. Let's check. Yes, right near Oangila. Okay, so have they fixed the daily challenges? This is the question. I see some. Yes. We have access to the menu at least. This is good. This means that there is a small potential we will maintain our streak. Non-player enemy hats shot off. Now that sounds like a lot of fun. Wild mint, possibly. Trampling people, that's gonna weigh heavily on the old moral conscience, that's for sure. We may have some flaky fish, or we may be able to break down some fish into flaky meat. But ooh, that's gonna weigh on the old moral conscience, for sure. Moonshine. Somehow that doesn't weigh as much on the old moral. Okay, we're moving on from that bit. Camp stew's eaten. We can definitely grab that. Gluttony is always allowed. That's my motto. That's going on my tombstone. So where might our camp be at? I turned to a bit of piracy there. Where might our camp be at? Well, hello, and welcome to, yes, what I hope will be quite a wholesome stream. Though now that I say that aloud, it's already lost a little of its innocence, somehow. I'm feeling the buzz of nearby collectibles. Another tarot card for the old set, or sets. Welcome back. Twice in one day, goodness. Don't believe that's doctor recommended. I don't know why I'm walking, to be honest with you. I'm just enjoying the scenery so much I completely forgot to whistle my way towards Klaus here. Hello, my friend. Good evening, Klaus. How fares the day? He never responds to me when I talk to him like that. He finds it creepy. He's also a little bit hungry. Let's, stop for Klaus. You're important to me, buddy. Let's get some carrots in there. There you go. Nibble, nibble. Alright, and on we go. So I hope that I actually set this for camp. I do believe I did. Somewhere near Monto's Rest. I am going to go ahead, if you saw the stream this morning, we visited these two locations and saw some things. While I trip over my tongue. But, we'll try to use our brains and remember this time, / go back and check the footage. Mostly so that those no longer show up as consistent red dots on my mini-map, as they were doing a moment ago. Kind of freaks me out when there's so much red from all angles, to be honest with you. Howdy. Go a bit slow through town so that I don't kill anyone. Can't have that. Certainly wouldn't want to kill anyone. Oh, oops. Howdy, yes, and yee-haw in equal measure. And many other, knee-slapping phrases of good cheer. None of which are springing to mind just at the moment. Oh, so sorry, sir. That's my bad. And I do understand. I do understand why you might want to take a pot shot, but we're just gonna have to let this go. Oh, you shot your own horse, and now I'm gonna have to intervene. Good thing I have some horse reviver on hand for your foolishness. All right, you take care now. Find a new owner, if possible. That'd be good. Hello, friend. Slash potential enemy? We're not sure yet. Oh, did he fall off the cliff? Oh, no. It's a good thing I have some horse reviver handy. Jeez. Everyone's having a day of it. Pickle Rick. Well, there we go. I've revived Pickle Rick. Enjoy your day as well. My apologies. Find a new owner if you... No, you can't separate players from their dear horses. That's too mean and sad. Hey. Alright. Enjoy your live horse. And I'm gonna eat some camp stew. Three of them, if memory serves. Sometimes you just have to roam all around the woods playing horse veterinarian. It's just how Fridays go. If you're watching this in the future, not on a Friday, I'm sorry. I've taken you right out of it. Immersion ruined. I'll stop making quips and eat my stew now. Back to the task at hand. You sit down and finish your stew, boy. Crips'll give me quite the lashing. Otherwise. Alright. Ooh, I'm up to 0.4 of a gold bar at this point. That's lovely. I just realized, I think it happened off screen when you were not here, when I was sneaking around behind your back, but I did hit that level 100 in the, what's it called, Outlaw Pass. Oh, hello, Pope. I'm going to have to pet you now that you have caught my attention. So I hit level 100, the reward for which is, I believe, as I mentioned, Arthur's outfit from single player, but I have not tried it yet because I did not want to spoil the surprise for myself or others. So while we're in camp, right next to my wardrobe here, let's play a little dress-up, if you don't mind indulging me. It should be a new outfit, I assume. Yes, the Haraway. So, this is the single-player character. A single-player character, to be discreet, and his outfit and his hat, etc., which is very iconic if you have played through his journey and his adventure. So let's go ahead and pay homage here for just a session to our dear friend Arthur Morgan. We'll wear the spurs and all, which I'm typically against, but I don't think I can help it when it's part of a full outfit. So there we go. Also not much of a hat person, but again, I'm making an exception. Pope has caught my eye. Darn it. We're never going to get out of here. He's got my attention again. Time for pets. Okay, so let me refresh my memory after we're done doling out affection. Let me refresh my memory as to if there's any other challenges. Maybe that flaky fish one. Let's check. This satchel. What do we have in terms of fish? Cooked. That's not going to help. We need to cook it. And we can't have twice baked fish. That's just going to ruin it. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's an ingredient instead of a provision. Flaky fish meat. Good. I think we need 3. So we may have exactly enough for this. Let me refresh my memory once more. 3 cooked seasoned flaky fish. Goodness, if only I could hold thoughts in my brain matter. Wouldn't that be helpful? So we want to season it. We have 26 time. We may as well do all 3 in time. And then it will be on par with mint. I guess I could eat one. Get some nutrients in me there. And one more. Riveting. A thrilling adventure through the Old West. Come and watch me spend several minutes seasoning fish meat. Of the flaky variety. And yes, there are other varieties. We'll get into that quite deeply here on Outdoor Cooking. No, that's it. That's all the cooking you get. I'm sorry. You'll have to go watch Almazan Kitchen, or however you're supposed to say that. Okay, we got our flaky fish. We have not shot any hats off, much to my chagrin. But that's a pretty good array of challenges to keep the streak going, at least. Oh good, I could just ride around in circles. That's all it takes. I suppose what I really should be doing is checking every road and every side road and gully and major thoroughfare for people who have ridden their horses off of cliffs and practically killed them. I'll need to make several stops at the general goods store to revive my stock of horse revivers, if I can be repetitive.
Hey, partner.
Howdy. And howdy to you, whoever you are, and good day. So since we're dressed like Arthur, we have to do something worthy of such a costume. I'm not seeing any nearby hideouts, but if we could get to some high ground, we may be able to spot some smoke signals, or someone in distress. We could also just start a story mission flat out, and spend 15 minutes or so. Let's follow the tracks a bit and see where we end up. I still have other places I need to show you. We could take a lovely horse ride together off towards Hani's Bethel or something, while it's still fresh in the chronological timeline, for lack of a better word. Let's give a quick check for taro and or boxwood combs. Cherry wood, I'll take them all. I love collecting combs. That's really what I'm here for. I didn't expect when I started playing this game that would be what I am here for, but boy, is it ever. Ebony, horsehair, goat hair brushes, I could go on and on. I really could. And I have for several minutes now. I think it's time to stop. Thanks to the trusty metal detector, we got ourselves an arrowhead there. One day they'll allow me to put googly eyes on it and then talk to it, like a volleyball. On a desert island. I just need to find the googly eyes purveyor. The purveyor of googly eyes. Maybe it's Uncle from the single-player campaign. That would make some sort of sense. If it was Uncle who gave out googly eyes. Oh, that could be it. It could be googly eyes. It could be a blood-soaked knife. It could be a cup of coffee steaming in very low resolution. My first emote could be any number of things. And if only I weren't so lazy, it would probably already exist. And the mystery would be robbed from us. Try to find the right balance of tension and then... Ha-ha! The emotes are upon you! Give a quick peek around the corner here. That icon on the mini-map there, the poker chip in the lower left, reminds me that we may have to run through a game of poker at some point. So you can see how that works, with all the various eyebrow raisings and such. So I do think that is a smoke signal I saw briefly over there, and then it potentially disappeared. Maybe that's it still. It's getting quite dark now. So that is in the exact opposite direction from where I ran. I figured this would give us some more open ability to see smoke signals out here. And it's also sort of towards Hani's Bethel in the relative direction. But it is getting dark. And it is probably even darker on your fancy monitors. And Apple Watches and such. Not a sponsor. Which I apologize for. I'll get out my lantern too, just so that at least you can stare at Klaus's head as we bob through the night. As we bob through the shrubberies. I am going to go ahead and set a waypoint here, while I potentially get attacked by wolves. Let's see if we can find anything on our way over here. I don't know why I said it like that. I'd like to apologize to each of you individually with around 14 minutes of uninterrupted eye contact. That won't be creepy at all. That won't be creepy for any of us. Oh, there's some lovely birds enjoying the night. My varmint rifle trigger finger is a little itchy, but I'm going to let them live. It's not the time for feather collecting. Nor is it the time to exact vengeance against the bird world. Our alliance is tenuous at best. We have to preserve it. Peace at all costs. Lest the pecking begin again. What's up, and welcome. We are adventuring in the Old West. You're just in time. For potentially nothing to happen, as has been the case these last 10 minutes. Other than this riveting commentary, of course. Ha ha! No, there's none of that going on. That's my one promise to you, as host of this show. There will never be any riveting commentary. Feel free to doze off. feel free to make up your own. Feel free to mute this entirely and just watch me fall off of cliffs. That's just fine. Oh, thank you. I don't believe I've seen any mint yet, though I have not been looking as thoroughly as I ought. Let me know if you see any mint, because you're in control of where it points and when my eagle eye goes on. So yeah, just let me know. Yes, indeed. This is Red Dead Redemption 2, or at least the online component, Red Dead Online, which is somewhat different, but not enough that it's worth mentioning, as I just have. Finally, some mint. I need to find 2 more somewhere, I suppose, now that we've invested ourselves in the challenge. We've invested so much of ourselves, so much of our blood and sweat. Ew. He's sweating all over the mint. We have to use that for medicinal purposes later, and now it's... ugh. All your blood and your... ugh. That was quite lucky. More mint, not 4 feet away. I don't know who to thank for this, but thank you. Thank you, Spirit of the Moon. I will fire off a round in your honor. There we go. Okay, back to Hani's Bethel. And I guess this is the appropriate time of night, though I doubt the thing that happens in single player will happen to us here and online, but I will at least show you the location and some of the leftovers, shall we say. We'll be rude and call them leftovers. The spirit of whiskey, yes, that is what guides us. Which, as we know, takes the form of the moon. At times. It's all a big circle. Oh, I have a very serious concussion, and so does Klaus. Let's deal with Klaus's concussion first, because we are a horse veterinarian, first and foremost. We took that old Horsocratic oath. Oh, I'm sorry. You can just rewind it or mute that part. I'm sorry I said Horsocratic oath. We're just going to have to get past it together. I'm going to feed him in case he needs health restoration. Some lovely hay. And then in case he needs emotional support, I will pat him. And then because he's a filthy boy, I'll give him his brushies. But that's it. That is all he gets. Which is really all of the actions I can give. So this. Okay, one more second. Excuse me. Pardon me. Gotta get my collectibles. And then we come back. And then we go with a lantern. Okay, so this is a shack that is known as Hani's Bethel, I believe. Maybe it says, now that we've been here. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe later. And inside this shack, as you may notice, are several people that are wearing these sort of strange shoes. They could be perfectly normal. The shoes of the streets of Saint-Denis. I'm not really sure, but they look like odd hiking boots to me. Let me go into first person here. So it's just a little weird. These thick rubber soles, etc. And obviously the fact that they're all attached to skeletons, which have some blood on the sheets, as though they were stabbed in the forehead or perhaps shot. And some of them may be poisoned. Maybe it's that they were vomiting blood, if I can use some harsh language here. I'm not sure. So they may have taken some poison. There are cups, as you can see, at every bedside, I believe. There's a flask here. I'm not sure about this one. So there are a lot of cups and a lot of corpses. Corpses stacked on corpses. Corpses at desks at the head of the table. Ancient tomes, which you can't touch or inspect in any way. And as I mentioned in a previous episode, that you may have missed, that's fine. I know you were busy taking care of your ailing grandparents. That's noble of you. I mentioned previously that if you come here in single player and look up through the slats of the roof at night, I believe it's only the first time, or the first night, rather, that you're here. A green glow will alight, and there's a UFO-type object floating above you. And it's just very strange. We're not sure who these people are. I believe there's some sort of letter you find that marks them or labels them as followers of something named Kurakaba or Kurakaba, something like that. And we're not sure if that is the alien in question or what, the UFO in question. So this is just the only other location I know of that may be related to the other things I've been stopping by these last few episodes. Which again, if you missed it, no problem. It's no big deal. Just a weird shack full of corpses that I wanted to show you while we were out here. Alright, so the last thing we need to do, as we have been so nobly decked out as Arthur Morgan, the last thing we need to do is some sort of mission or defense event or hideout, whatever we come across. There is a bounty board just down the road. That's probably the nearest option, as far as I know. It's not guaranteed to end in gunplay. It could end in a very light afternoon of tracking in the woods, but who knows? So we could try to get some action in that way, or I could start a story mission or anything like that. I could help out another player on a story mission, etc., etc. I'm not sure. Let's see what the bounties are. At the very least. We just have to put a feather in the cap here. Well, this guy's sideburns are one heck of a feather in the cap. I'm thinking we may have to go after him. He's a convicted murderer, and he has escaped custody. Okay. What a fiend. Murdering and escaping custody. Let's go kill 10 of his men with no consequences whatsoever. To us or Klaus. Klaus, of course, has diplomatic immunity. And I'm just very slippery. Hard to catch. Don't ask me why. Don't you... I can see you typing. Don't you ask me. Let's go ahead and hold up for just a second and see if we can see how far away this is on the map. Not very far. Perfect. And he's coming towards us, I believe. Let's do this. Switch to Lowry's revolver. The old standby. Oh, thank you for jumping that, Klaus. I really do appreciate that. We'll see if we can pick out who the target is before we open fire. Or maybe we'll only have to pretend to open fire, and then he'll run off like a giant coward, and we can chase him. Maybe that'll be how it goes.
Hey, get the hell out of here. Take a few pills.
Alright. Let's give chase. Have our lasso out. I hope it's the reinforced lasso. Yes, it is. Whew. Oh, sorry I whewed right in your face there. That was my bad. Don't crush him, Klaus. Don't crush him. Okay. Good job, Klaus.
Don't do this, you hear?
But you're a convicted murderer and a ringleader of a local gang, and you've escaped custody. Why would I not do this? Oh, because you'll bust my head. Okay, that's a good enough motivation for me. Enjoy your life, sir. Be on your merry. Alright, just a bit of violence there. We may have some further violence if anyone gives chase. If you'd like to cover your eyes, or lean in closer, either way. Let's use the bolt-action rifle for those that give chase. Alright.
Damn dirty idiot.
Yes. Can I help you? You called? I don't know why we're going all this way around the fort. I should have trusted my instincts there and just skirted the grass, but you can never be too sure around this area. Maybe unwise. You'll end up in the poisoned waters of Butcher Creek at any moment. Being sneered at. There's a hat. Ah. Hoping for some more hats, but there we have it. Just heads. No hats at all.
You won't see me again.
With sideburns like that, somehow I don't doubt it. You're gonna go on to big things, sir.
Oh no.
Oh, it's finally set in. He's finally realized the grave error of his ways. Oh, his moral conscience. How heavily it weighs upon him. And we're back around. We're full circle.
Oh, you no good bastard.
I love their little taunts. It's like my favorite part of bounty hunting. You idiot. Oh, why don't you let me out of this rope? You dumb son of a... It's just great.
Oh, you gonna see me again.
We've already established this. Now you're just repeating yourself. Yes, all of the horses must live. That's a very important part of combat here. If you ever accidentally shoot one of their horses... Oh,
Hellfire.
how heavily upon the more... Oh, no more. Okay, we're almost into Annisburg here. The coal mining town of Annisburg. Where I think we will find a small and cozy cell for our sideburned friend.
Lord above.
Mr. Powell. Do let me snuggle you dear to my shoulder. Come on. Do. Ah, just had to draw attention to it.
More mercy than most. All right, take your money.
Thank you. I believe I will. I'm going to go spend it on more joke books, which I have none. Alright, a lovely payout in gold, some small cash, for which to satiate our lust for whiskey, and praise the moon. Praise the moon do. So there's a fun bounty mission in our Arthur garb to give him whatever it is we're giving him. Laurels? We're tossing laurels at his feet? I don't know. And that's going to be it. I will stand in the light, the guiding light of Klaus, and I will wave at you thusly. And that will be our making up for not being able to do daily challenges this morning. Thank you for helping me continue my streak. And I look forward to going streaking with you again very shortly. Okay, bye for now.